First time Kyle's gotten help all day.
That's two crippled cars helping each other.
Keselowski's gotten down on the low side. He is right behind the 33. This time by, it'll be 7 laps remaining. And again, it's still about a car length separating first and second. Well, it was.
Yeah, not for long.
Look at Allgaier really putting on a show for the sophomore.
He is. He's hanging on to that car with everybody beating on his rear bumper. They want to get there and get that chance to try to pass Tony Stewart.
Tony opens it up, coming down out of 2. But it seems like Allgaier's able to pull back up, coming through 3 and 4.
Yeah, and he's in a position, this young man, he hasn't ever been in this position. You're on your biggest stage. He's running for a championship. What's he thinking about doing here at the end?
And look at Harvick working the outside now.
He is the only nationwide regular in that entire top 9-10 cars. And Allgaier looking to maybe pick up his first win.
Now you see Carl Edwards has moved up in that outside lane in front of Harvick.
Robert Richardson gives way as he is involved in one of those accidents earlier. 6 laps remaining. And notice Stewart again coming out of 2 is able to open it up.
Yeah, his car's just so strong. But he doesn't want to get too far ahead of these guys because that will allow them to get a real run with this draft.
Kyle Busch gets hung down in the middle of this group.
He's going backwards as fast as he came forward there a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Kyle's hung out in the middle. On the high side, Vickers and Kane.
1 to the 98. 1 to the 98. 5 to go this time.
See, Allgaier really having a tough time off of 4 now, holding his car down. He's got to be careful or he'll open that spot up and then lose that, or somebody will get a nose under him and into him.
That was Allgaier's radio you heard. Speaking of Justin, there have been 3 men who have gotten their first nationwide series win here at Daytona. Dale Earnhardt back in '82 at the initial race, Chad Little in '95, and that guy in the front right now, Tony Stewart, back in '05. Stephen Wallace, he's got his hands full right now. That car's been through the war. Michael Annett with him there. Meanwhile, back up front, Tony Stewart, and the freight train continues to roll.
Yeah, and Harvick's still trying to just make something happen, trying to get himself in a position that somebody can help him get to the front.
On board with Harvick. He can see it, he just can't get to it.
Yeah, and the problem is part of his damage there on the front is probably hurting his car some.
98's with you.
4 laps to go here at Daytona in what has been a thrilling nationwide race to back up the 2 duels, which were oh so close. Could we have another photo finish at the stripe today? We're about to find out.
Look at Brad Keselowski drive that car jumping around up into the 4th spot now.
Joey Logano side by side with the 33 of Harvick. Boy, the front 4 cars now. Keselowski trying to get into that mix with the 98.
Don't let him shuffle you. Don't let him shuffle you.
Keselowski's trying to figure which way he wants to go.
He just got
That's the wrong way.
Yeah, that's going to cost him. He's drifting up. Look out. Harvick's on the outside of him. He ducks down. But it cost him a couple of spots, and it's going to cost him even more.
You see Carl Edwards is getting a bump from behind by Brian Vickers, trying to keep his car straight.
Keselowski's never finished in the top 10 in the February race here at Daytona. He's going to have to get back on his horse to get back into the top 10 now.
Harvick's in the 5th spot now. He's just waiting for an opening.
See Menard drop back there a little. I think he's getting back there trying to get a little bit of help from that 20 car of Joey Logano. See if they can make a run on Allgaier here.
No driver has come from 43rd to win the race. You saw it there. Paul Menard in 3rd right now. Could make some history today if he can pull it off. There's your top 6.
Whoa! There comes Logano.
He's loose. Man, you could see his hands hacks on. Joey Logano's going to go underneath him. They're going to go side by side. It's going to allow those first 2 to pull away.
Which will be good for Tony Stewart because it's going to be hard for one guy to make a pass without some help for sure, as strong as Tony's car is.
2 laps remaining.
Still
look out. Logano gets loose. 3 wide coming through the corner.
Here comes Kyle Busch back in the mix again.
Woo! Keselowski says, excuse me, pardon me, playing through, and he makes the pass, and Logano goes backwards. Down the backstretch, look at Carl Edwards trying to get into this mix as well. He finds himself in that third position, and now these three cars, they could pull away from these guys.
Well, they got one lap coming up here, coming to the white flag.
Who wins this race? White flag is out here at Daytona.
White flag here.
2.5 miles.
Will Justin Allgaier pull out, and will Carl Edwards go with him?
Does Tony Stewart win for the 5th time in 6 years? Does Justin Allgaier get his first ever nationwide series win? And does Carl win for the first time here at Daytona?
Yeah, you can see Carl back up, trying to get Paul Menard to give him a push here. He's going to try to go to the outside of Justin Allgaier.
Somebody's got to get up there to give him some help because Tony's trying to pull away.
Allgaier makes the block on Carl Edwards. He's trying to get that push to go by Tony Stewart.
They have the momentum.
Allgaier's got the run on the high side. Does he get any help? Not right now. Now he's going to look low.
Here comes
Meanwhile, going to crash. Kyle Busch, the 22 of Keselowski. While they spin, coming down the front straightaway, it's going to be all Tony Stewart.
Checker flag is waving.
Kevin Harvick trying to duck underneath. Who gets second behind Stewart? It is Edwards. Harvick third. Allgaier fourth. Woo, what a finish.
Oh, my gosh.
And now the caution's out.
Again, great job, Butch. Great job, guys. Proud of you. This thing was bad fast.
Tony Stewart's 15th Daytona win. It ranks third all-time behind Dale Earnhardt's 34, Bobby Allison's 16, and he's tied with Cale Yarborough.
Oh, the guy's just so good. You give him anything close to a decent race car, and he's talent shines.
And Harvick comes back for a third-place finish.
Yeah, what a move he made down to the inside on that last lap. Almost got to second.
All right, let's go back and show you what happened. And it looks like there's going to be some discussion in pit road again.
We can talk about what might have happened, but they obviously disagree with that.
Well, there's parts and pieces all over that backstretch.
But take it from now to the time the truck race is going to start to get this place cleaned up for them.
All right, let's take another look at it. Watch the 18, the 22.
Well, Kyle's loose there.
Yeah, he gets loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keselowski didn't do anything there.
Oh, I think he thinks maybe Brad gave him some help, and he didn't.
Coming to the checkered flag.
And here was the race coming out of 4 for the group up front. Look, watch Harvick.
See Harvick down all the way to the inside right here. Justin Allgaier was trying to figure out who to block, but he just didn't have the car wide enough to do all that. Harvick almost gets to second.
And for the second year in a row, Carl Edwards finishes second. I guarantee he says it's like kissing your sister. Let's check in with Doc.
Now with Butch Helton, the crew chief for Tony Stewart. What is it about you and Stewart? The magic is back.
Well, I think it's more about KHI and how strong their cars are. The men and women that work there, they just build incredible race cars. Earnhardt Childress Racing engines, you can't say enough about them. How about that driver? He is the man. And Bob Jeffrey spotting for us up there. Bob talked him through the last 15 laps, keeping the runs off of him. And what a great day. It was awesome for Oreo, Ritz Crackers. Really appreciate all their support.
Now, does Tony have you come sit in the pits tomorrow to keep that luck going?
No, I think Darian's got it figured out.
All right, head to victory lane. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, Jerry.
Jamie.